Emily Botball, who's a journalist joining us live from Israel's Tel Aviv to give us a little more on that. Emily, we're looking at Israel, who's fighting a multi-pronged war. We see that just last night, after Iran fired multiple missiles, they asked their citizens to take shelter, ensure they don't step out. But this morning, we heard the situation was entirely different. The Israel establishment has allowed for people to step out, saying that they're free to move around. Situation is safe. Why don't you give us a quick roundup on what the mood, sentiment largely on the ground is, while tensions prevail all around you?
Absolutely. Reporting here from Tel Aviv, Israel, where last night, as you very well said, Iran launched a massive ballistic missile attack. Over 180 ballistic missiles at Israel, sending millions of Israelis to bomb shelters for nearly an hour. Now, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has said that Iran has made a big mistake and will pay for it. The United States has led a coalition that helped Israeli Air Force thwart most of the ballistic missiles aimed at Israel. In terms of retaliation, we have received reports that retaliation in the coming days could take the form of a direct hit on Iran proper, on oil production facilities and strategic sites in Iran, as well as potentially targeted assassination, much like the assassination of Hezbollah's chief Hassan Nasrallah last Friday, an assassination of many leaders and many members of Hezbollah's leadership. Now, this morning, as Israel prepared to celebrate the holiday of Rosh Hashanah, which is the Jewish New Year, Israelis are reuniting with families. They are traveling all over the country to join their loved ones, despite the fact that last night, 2 terrorists onboarded the Tel Aviv's light rail and attacked passengers on the light rail before stepping out of the train and shooting and stabbing at passers-by on Sderot Yerushalayim in Tel Aviv, Yafo. Now, we have received reports of 7 murdered as it is and several injured. We are only now getting the identity of the victims. As per the 2 terrorists, one of them has been fully neutralized and killed. The second one has been critically wounded. We are still waiting to receive more information as per Israel's retaliation with regards to Iran. As you know, we are preparing as we enter the period of the high holidays to mark 1 year since Hamas's October 7 massacre of 1,200. Since then, Hezbollah, as you mentioned, has been sending nearly or over 10,000 missiles, drones, and rockets towards northern communities. Only today, this morning, dozens of Israeli communities have been targeted by rockets all morning. We have
some of the visuals there. I'd like you to stay with us, Emily. We have some of the visuals there that substantiates what you say. Iran launching nearly 200 missiles directly at Israel. We know that this has come in response to Israel killing the Hamas chief as well as Hezbollah chief. This is in response. Iranian media releases this footage on Tuesday, which shows how they've bombarded parts of Israel through their air missiles. Iran fired ballistic missiles in retaliation for Israel's campaign against Tehran's Hezbollah allies in Lebanon, drawing sharp reactions. In fact, as we see, 180 precisely, the number of missiles used, 180 of them that targeted parts of Israel. Many of them were intercepted thanks to the Iron Dome. Viral footage on social media showing few missiles hitting the ground at Nevatim, Hatzerim and Tel Aviv. These are the three air bases in Israel that were targeted. Iranian attack reportedly destroyed a number of F-35 stealth fighter jets in Nevatim Air Base and F-15s in another air base that was stationed. In fact, these warplanes are extensively used by Israel to bombard Lebanon. The Israeli army has been carrying out secretive ground operations to destroy Hezbollah's infrastructure in Lebanese villages close to the border for the past year. Military releases a footage of what it says were Israeli soldiers uncovering tunnels and weapons in at least 3 of the Lebanese villages. Rockets flew over the Jordanian skies as Iran fired a salvo of ballistic missiles at Israel on Tuesday in retaliation for Israel's campaign against Tehran's Hezbollah allies in Lebanon. Alarms have sounded across Israel. Explosions could be heard in Jerusalem and the Jordan River Valley after Israelis piled into bomb shelters.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Rockets lit up the skies over Jerusalem on Tuesday after Iran fired salvos of ballistic missiles at Israel. In fact, Israeli army radio said nearly 200 missiles have been launched into Israel from Iran. Initially, civilians in Israel rushed to bomb shelters and were staying indoors. Now they've been told they are free to move around. Situation is safe.